still she's an Umbridge thrill seeker, queen of the shelf, finding Dolores in pieces of herself. Rules above truth, charm over choice, every thrill a silent voice. So raise a teacup to the seeker, so thrilled in a world of kittens and punishments fulfilled. Yes, she's an Umbridge thrill seeker.
Hi, welcome to my Umbridge office and to the Umbridge Thrill Seeker channel. Today we're going to talk time turners. So why are we talking time turners when it comes to Umbridge? That's because at Epic Universe, the new Battle of the Ministry ride has time turners in it, and Umbridge is seeking one. So I won't go into any more detail than that, so don't want to spoil it for you, but it definitely brings time turners into the canon of Dolores Umbridge as far as I'm concerned. So we're going to look at all the time turners that I have. I have quite a few time turners, all different kinds of things. So let's get started. One of the first things we saw was this neat journal that says time is of the essence, which of course it is. And the cover had several things on there, including the slughorn, hourglass, or remembrall, but it also had the time turner. So that was a good way to get it started. So that's a journal that you can buy that has the time turner on it. There's also been a Mina Lima print with the time turner. I don't actually have the big print, but I have the postcard with the gold foiling. Always a good way to get their prints if you don't have wall space, which I don't, to put every print up, or maybe you don't have the money to get every print. You can get these really cool postcards or greeting cards that have a lot of the same prints on them. And this one is a really nice one that has the concept art of the time turner. And then in the Mina Lima Prisoner of Azkaban book, there was actually an area where they showed the time turner. A little bit different than the one Hermione had, but it was really cool because the wheel spun and you could see different things here behind it. So if I turn one wheel, I get the whole time turner. The colors change. Anyway, it was really cool. The interactive part of this book actually had a time turner. So that's a place that we see a time turner. In the book, The Harry Potter Film Wizardry, this is the updated version. There's a whole section on time turners. You can see right here. And you can see they generally look like the ones that Hermione has. And it shows Hermione putting it around Harry's neck. Of course, the chain had to be long enough to fit around Harry's neck and Hermione's neck at the same time. In the artifact vault, though, we see some different versions of time turners. We don't just see the time turner version that Hermione had. So that is not the only way that a time turner looks, and Mina Lima came up with a lot of different designs for time turners, and here are a few of the examples. You see something similar in the Magic of Mina Lima book. They have a page devoted to time turners, and they have several different versions of time turners with that same photograph that they had in the other book. And then finally, as far as books goes, in the Harry Potter 100 Objects, it's got the 100 most iconic props from the movies. And the time turner made that list. In fact, there's a whole page devoted to the time turner. So if you want to read all the details about time turners, just go through some of your books. There may be others, but those are the ones that I ran across when I quickly looked through my books to see which ones mentions the time turners. I have this neat little wallet, and it says on the back, mysterious thing. Time, powerful, and when meddled with, dangerous. which was a quote by Albus Dumbledore, and it's printed on the back of this little wallet. This wallet actually has sand in it, which moves when you turn it from one upside down. You can see the sand move, so it's really cool. I really like this wallet. There's been a number of different keychains. Right now, I think there's one for sale at Epic Universe, but there have been ones in the past as well that look like the one that Hermione had. There was one that was, I believe, at Boots, which is a pharmacy in the UK that had lip gloss attached on a key ring with a time turner. Pottery Barn had a Christmas ornament. That's a time turner that turns all around and has some of the things printed on it. It's really cool. There's also a time turner ornament that's being sold at Epic Universe right now, which is a little bit shinier than the Pottery Barn one. So I'll probably add that to my collection later on. Hallmark had this little teeny version of a time turner, and this one was in the new Gringotts Bank set, as well as it was included in the little miniature tree. So it's just a little miniature ornament, but it's a time turner. This one doesn't move or anything, it's just flat, but makes a nice ornament for a miniature tree. There are time turner pens, writing pens. I know I got this one a while back. It's an officially licensed one, but there's also one for sale right now at Epic Universe that looks pretty much identical. So you can write with a time turner. Pop Funko, there's one of Hermione wearing the time turner. This is a teeny tiny one that was in an advent calendar, but I think there's a regular sized one that looks just like this that she's wearing her time turner. I have a time turner shirt on. This came from Epic Universe. It's got this like mesh material at the bottom and also on the sleeves, and has a time turner, and then on the back it also has the time turner. So I really enjoy this shirt. It actually is one of my favorite shirts now. There, of course, at the Warner Brother tour in London, there was a time turner wand. Now it looks a little warped with time here, has the words on it. Makes you think of like when the time turner's working and things are kind of bending. So time is bending, so they kind of went with that theme and made a wand. That's a time turner. Charmed Aroma came out with a time turner candle jewelry box, and it has it like this, which is really pretty cool. And when you burn the candle, it had a necklace, and we'll see that later. There's been a pop socket time turner. This is the case for my old phone. I've left my time turner on there. I carried it for quite a while, so it's a little bit worn, but it's nice. Hallmark had this neat calendar time turner. Has a magnet for the day, the month of the year, and also the day for in the month. I haven't changed it, so it's of course not accurate for today, but you just move the little magnet to whatever month and day you want to, and then you've got your time turner. Pottery Barn had this nice time turner clock. I think they still sell it, where you turn it around and you actually have a clock with the time. So your time turner tells time. And it has the kind of gold sand that will go through the time turner. Epic Universe has this time turner, which also has some gold sand in it. And this was available, I bought it when I was at Epic Universe. Came in a fairly large box. It's a little bit heavy. It was $60 at the time. I'm not sure if it's the same price now, because I've noticed with some of the things that have shown up on the website that prices seem to have gone up. And this clock was also at Epic Universe. So it's a time turner that's a clock, but it doesn't look like the one that Hermione had. It's a different design, which I really appreciate. So you can tell time. Looks like you could also hang it somewhere if you wanted to, although I probably wouldn't be comfortable with that. It also came in a huge box, so these things are kind of hard to transport when you're flying an airplane there. There have been a number of time turner pens. So you can see here, Sunset Road Co. made these two pens. And they're kind of neat because the sand turns. And we have up here the one from Oddment and Tweak. This one with the pretty flowers is from Monocacy Bottom. And this one's from Froggy Crafts, Frogger Crafts, I think it is. This one was from a company called Bunts and Beans, which is no longer in business. And some of these are just officially licensed ones. This is officially licensed. And these here, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these were ones that came in a mystery box at Epic Universe. And there was a chaser, and this one is actually the chaser. Actually, there's 6. There's the 5 normals and the one that's a chaser. So that's pretty good. I was pretty lucky because they come in boxes of 2, and I actually I bought 8 and I got all 6. So I have a couple of duplicates, including 2 of the chaser. So I actually got pretty lucky about that. Now, the big thing with time turners, of course, is jewelry. And I have a lot of jewelry that's time turners. Some of the things that I had, like this was one of my very first time turners. It's got the mirror, so it's hard to see, but this is Noble Collections time turner. It's the costume jewelry version that comes in the wooden cabinet. It's probably the most popular one that they have. It's a little bit smaller than the one that Hermione had, but it's very nice. They also had one that was more accurate to the movie, that's more the same size. This one's actually a little bit larger. If you want to see a comparison between these two, I do have it on my Instagram. My Instagram's Magical Life of a Collector, and you can see the two side by sides. But even right here, you can tell that this one's a little bit bigger. They also, Noble Collection, had a sterling silver version, and it came in this box, and it's sterling silver. Really nice time turner. Noble Collection also had this time turner watch. Isn't this beautiful? It has stars and the sand, and it has kind of like a luminescent, like the stars kind of change colors. They look kind of blue most of the time, unless you have some other color on. I really like this because to me it almost looks a little bit Ravenclaw-y. So this is a watch from Noble Collection, and I have Maria York to thank for getting me this. She gave this to me as a gift, and it's just beautiful. I believe it's retired and now in the retired cabinet. There have also been cufflinks. These are officially licensed cufflinks. Not sure where they were originally sold, as I got them on eBay. Lumos. I've been trying to collect a few of the Lumos charms to put on my charm bracelet, and they did have a time turner. You can still get it, and it has, interestingly, it has little like pearl-like things in the center rather than sand, but they do kind of spin around on the charm. Trying to get more of these charms, but this bracelet, the charms are so large. I'm just not sure what they're thinking, but I like it. I like the charms, but I don't know how much I'll be wearing the bracelet because it's very, very heavy. When Pandora was selling Harry Potter charms, I got all the Harry Potter charms, including the time turner one. So it's a very nice charm. It actually spins around. And there have been some advent calendars where you got charms. And I have ended up with a different kind of charm here that's officially licensed that actually is a time turner that's on here with some other charms. I have an Alex and Annie bracelet that has a little time turner on it. A little bit different looking than what you're used to seeing for time turners. They also came out with a necklace, which is right here. Looks similar to the bracelet. And then down below it is a time turner that was sold by Charmed Aroma. So it was probably the one that came in the candle, I'm thinking. So this is the Charmed Aroma necklace. And it may be one of my favorite small ones. Then we have this one here. We have two. When Charmed Aroma had, well actually I said Charmed Aroma here, but that was actually Origami Owl. This is Origami Owl, I think. Wait a minute. Yes, this was the Origami Owl version, because this one is the Charmed Aroma version. And this one up here is a little charm. They had an advent calendar in 2023 where you got basically a charm each day, or a bracelet or earrings or a necklace to put them on, and one day was a time turner. So all of this is from Charmed Aroma, and this is probably what came in the candle. Here are a couple of unusual ones. This is actually a pocket watch. When you push this, it opens up and you can see it's a pocket watch, but it's also a time turner, and it has movable sand. And then there's this time turner. I believe Amazon sold these at one time, and they had different colors of sand depending on your house. And because I'm Ravenclaw, I bought the one that has blue sand. So these were pretty nice. There have been earrings. There are these teeny tiny little studs. They came in a little plastic jar. I got those the first time I went to the New York Harry Potter store. I think you can buy them probably at just about any Harry Potter store. They're nice if you just like to have little tiny small studs. Noble Collection also had earrings. I think they may be retired now, but they're the dangly kind of time turner earrings, and they're fun to wear. And there's a time turner ring. I like this ring because it really does move around. It's small, but the parts all move. And this was a Charmed Aroma ring. I think you could buy it separately. I like the size of it because it's not too large. And then there's the Swarovski crystal time turner, which I kind of like because it came in this little trunk, and it has Swarovski crystals embedded in it. This one I actually got at London at the tour, but I think they probably sell it at the Harry Potter stores in the US as well. So that pretty much is all my jewelry. And the only thing left I have to show is the humongous, giant time turner popcorn bucket. So I've seen that some people are using it as a popcorn bucket. Some people are taking it and hanging it somewhere. It has a strap, I guess, where you can carry it with you with words on it. And this was from Universal Studios. You can get it online, or you can get it at the park, or you can get it at the store in City Walk. So it's fairly easy to get. If you get it at the park, they will give you a coupon for your first refill free of popcorn. So that's all the time turners I could find. I'm sure I probably have more because you know how it is, you have them spread out everywhere. I know there are tons more. Actually, I have one on that I didn't mention. This one is a time turner from China. It's special because one of my co-workers from China, we had a global meeting in Poland. She brought everybody a gift of a print from China, except for me, because she knew I love Harry Potter. She actually gave me this time turner and also 3 little figurines with their pets of the trio. So I thought it was really neat that she remembered me in that way. So this time turner is special to me just because of the person that gave it to me and the thought that was put behind it. So those are my time turners. So if you like this video, please give it a like, and I would love it if you could subscribe. We're growing very, very slowly, but if you like Umbridge content, we have a lot more to come. I just need to get faster at getting it out there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Oh, she's an Umbridge little seeker, wand-waving antiquer, teacup hoarder, ruling force, her pink lipstick streaker. In a cardigan shrine, she's feeling just fine with 1,000 Dolores dolls in a perfect line. She's got power trip posters, ministry pins, a closet full of peek where the madness begins. Don't cross her rules or she'll raise that plaque. I must not tell lies in red, almost black.